I walked into my own home and froze. The sound of laughter, her laughter, echoed from upstairs. My daughter's frantic eyes met mine as she rushed down the stairs. "Dad, don't go up there," she whispered, but it was too late. I saw them. My wife, the woman I built a life with, tangled in bed with another man. My world shattered in an instant. My daughter begged me not to tell my son, begged me not to destroy the family. But when I saw the look on my son's face that night, I knew he already knew. And from that moment, revenge wasn't just an idea. It became the only reason I woke up in the morning. The days after that night were a living hell. My wife acted like nothing had happened. She cooked dinner, smiled at us across the table, kissed my cheek as if she wasn't already dead to me. My daughter stayed quiet, terrified, as though she was the glue holding our broken house together. But my son? He looked at me differently. Harder, colder. We didn't speak about it at first, not with words, anyway. Our eyes did the talking. Every night, after the lights went out, he came to my study. He'd sit there silently, waiting for me to say it. One night, I finally did. "We're not letting her get away with this." He didn't smile. He just nodded once, like a soldier receiving his orders. I started watching her, every movement, every excuse. Work late again? Visiting a friend? I followed. Each time, I caught her with him. A different hotel, a different lie. She was bold now, fearless, thinking I would stay quiet forever. But what she didn't know was that every photo I took, every receipt I kept, was a weapon I was sharpening. The anger was like acid in my veins. It kept me awake at night. I barely ate. My daughter cried, begging me to stop. "Dad, please, you'll ruin everything." I looked at her and said the coldest words I'd ever spoken. Everything was ruined the moment she climbed into that bed. My son and I planned for months. We waited for the perfect day, her birthday. I invited everyone. Her friends, her parents, even her lover's wife. I prepared a slideshow, but instead of the family photos she expected, I filled it with proof. Every picture, every hotel bill, every text message I hacked from her phone. The day came. She was glowing, expecting a celebration. When the projector flickered on, silence fell. One by one, the images appeared on the screen. Gasps, shocked whispers, my daughter's sobs. And then, her lover's wife stood up and slapped her so hard the entire room went quiet. My wife's face turned white, then red, then pale again. She ran outside, humiliated, crying. I followed her. My son was right behind me. "You did this," I said, my voice shaking with rage. "You destroyed this family." She dropped to her knees, begging. My son spat on the ground beside her. "No begging. No mercy," he said. That night, we threw her out of the house. Bags packed, door locked, number blocked. The man she threw everything away for? He didn't take her in either. His wife made sure of that. By morning, she had no home, no family, no one left. But here's the thing. I still didn't feel satisfied. Life without her should have felt like freedom, but it didn't. Every time I saw her face in my mind, I felt rage all over again. I wanted her to suffer more, to know what true loss felt like. My son felt the same. We took everything from her. The house was legally mine, and I made sure she got nothing in the divorce. I called her job, showed them the evidence. She lost that too. Soon, she was living out of her car, sleeping in cheap motels when she could afford them. I watched her unravel. She stopped smiling. Her hair turned dull. She looked years older in just a few months. And every time I saw her like that, I felt a rush of sick pleasure. But there was a cost. My daughter barely spoke to me anymore. She blamed me for what happened, for not keeping the family together. "You turned us into monsters," she screamed one night. She wasn't wrong. I barely recognized myself. My son and I were obsessed, spending nights tracking her online, making sure she stayed miserable. The final blow came when I learned she had tried to see my daughter secretly. She left a letter in her school locker, begging for forgiveness. I burned it before my daughter could read it. Then came the night we confronted her for the last time. We found her sitting outside a convenience store, eating instant noodles, her clothes stained, her hands trembling. She looked up and saw us. For the first time, I saw real fear in her eyes. Not guilt, not shame, fear. "Please," she said. "I have nothing left." And in that moment, I knew I had won. I didn't hit her. I didn't yell. I just looked her in the eye and said, "Good. That's exactly what you deserve." Then I turned and walked away with my son. Months later, I heard she had left town. Disappeared completely. Maybe she started over somewhere new. Maybe she didn't. I didn't care. But when I look in the mirror now, I don't see the man I used to be. I see the man who burned everything down and smiled while it burned. Moral of the story. Fire revenge can destroy your enemies, but it will destroy parts of you too, and those parts never grow back.